Hi, this is Sweet June. How's everybody doing today? Today is October 9th, 2021. Beautiful fall day up here in Michigan, nice and warm. Hoping everybody is having a blessed day or evening or whenever time it is that you're looking at this video. I want to talk about the divestment, the black female divestment sector here on YouTube. The black female divestment sector here on YouTube. Now, I'm going to give you a brief definition of divestment, divesting. Try to make it as brief as possible. For some reason, my phone is not giving me a lot of time. But divestment means a lot of black women are starting to divest, what they call divest. And black men, there's a certain sector of the black manosphere that are trying to do the same thing. That's what they call it. Meaning, when they say that they're divesting, they're talking about expanding their marrying and dating options, relationship options to other races of men. They're not going to just limit them to black men, but that's not it. That's not the only thing that it means. It also means that they are, if that means dating outside the race or marrying outside the race, or choosing to be by yourself without any mate. And also it also means getting out of the black community altogether, just doing away with the black community altogether, having no involvement in the black community at all, just taking themselves completely out of the black community, period, and not having any type of involvement or in the black community, particularly the black male sector, mainly the black male sector of the black community. So that's also what the term divestment means. It means expanding dating and marrying options to other races of men, other than black men, like doing away with black men, not just dating black men and other races of men, not dating black men at all, but dating and marrying other races of men, and just doing away with black men altogether. Like taking the black males out of your dating pool. And some black women are opting to just be alone and be single, without any mate, or and that's fine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's fine for any race of woman to come to that decision. Nothing wrong with that. So that's basically gives you a basic definition of when they say divestment. And you have channels here on YouTube that there are black women that promotes divestment. They highly encourage black women to completely divest from black men, including, I think they're including black family members as well, black male family members as well. I think they're including them in that definition. I think they're including them too. Like, just completely just do away with black males altogether. Don't have nothing to do with black males. Don't have nothing to do with the black community. Just take yourself out of the black community and just live in other communities and deal with other people. But they deal with the black sisterhood, but they're not gonna deal with they're only gonna deal with, they only want to deal with black women that feel the same way that they feel. They only want to deal with black women that feel the same way that they feel. That, in other words, they only want to deal with black women that are on their team. That's on the divestment journey. If you're not on the divestment journey, then, because they also have the tendency to label black women that are not on their team, that are not on their side of the fence. They have the tendency to label those black women. They say they're worshiping black males. Like, if you have a preference, if you're a black woman and you prefer to stay in your own race, then see, we can't win. We get labeled. But they say if you're a black woman and that you prefer to stay in your own race, as far as dating and marrying, then they say that you are worshiping black males. Or they say that if you support black males in any kind of way, they call you a mammy. They say you're a mammy. I'm not going to name off a bunch of them, but they'll say that you're a mammy if you support black men. If you support black men in any way, it's the equivalent. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's the equivalent of black men calling other black men simps because they choose to love and support black women. Like, they choose to how dare you treat a black woman with respect? How dare you honor and respect a black woman? How dare you? You're a simp. How dare you treat a black woman with respect? So it's literally the equivalent of black men calling other black men simps for being treating black women with kindness, love, and respect. So it's really literally the equivalent. They call black women that support black men mammies. They call them mammies, and they call them black male worshipers. So it's literally the equivalent. And I've expressed on here before I don't like it when black people are bashing each other. I don't like it on both sides. And I've came on here and in many videos I've addressed the men. And I've done some videos addressing the women. Well, this video I'm addressing the women, because I don't like it. I don't like it. I think black people, we need to be more unified. We need to start being more unified. We need to show more love with each other. We need to support each other more. We need to stop all this who shot John stuff and all this gender war between black men and black women. We need to stop all that. All that needs to just stop, because we're dealing with some other things here. We're still dealing with systematic racism, and it's at an all-time high. Things seems to be going backwards. If you feel me, okay? So with that being said, we need to bond together and stick together like other races, like every other race on this planet do, but us. We're the only race on the planet that don't do that. It's sad. So I'm for black people coming together and unifying and building up our communities, making our communities better for our children, and it's better and safe for our children, and educating our children. I'm all for that. I'm not for this all this black women and black men hating on each other. My glasses are fogging up. I'm not down with that. I'm not okay with that. So, but I'm address the women in this video. I was watching the video of the problem with them talking about the divestment is that they getting to go into all these stereotypes. It's the same thing when black men are bashing black women. They start lumping us. They start lumping all black women together and stereotyping us all. And that's the same thing that the women are doing with the black men. They're lumping all black men together in the same box. And we have a lot of wonderful black men out here. We have a lot of wonderful fathers. And unfortunately, they don't get the credit that they deserve. You know, you have a lot of black men that are doing good, that do try to do things to help the communities, and are great fathers and husbands. unfortunately, it's not enough of them. And the ones that are out there, they don't get enough credit. You know, sad, but they don't get enough credit. Now, Cynthia G, I was watching her video the other day, and she was saying that black women need to stop having black male children. That was kind of disturbing to me when she said that. She was saying that black women should stop, suggesting that black women should stop birthing black male children. As if to suggest that, I mean, it's one thing to say, well, I'm going to expand out my race and date other races of men. And it's one thing to say that, but it's another thing entirely. That'd be just like a black man coming on here saying that black men don't have the power to abort children, but they did have a black guy going around saying that all black females needed to be killed or something. They did have a black man that was going around saying that. Not here. I don't know if he was on YouTube. I don't think he was on YouTube, but yeah, they said it was a black man going around saying that. So that would be the equivalent of a black man saying that to kill all black females. It's hatred. It's what it is hatred. It's this hatred. And to tell women that they need, and some was saying, well, Elder did a video talking about it, and some people say, well, no, she didn't say that. Well, I looked at the live stream from the beginning to the end again, because I had missed some parts of it, and I literally sat down. It was like a 3-hour live stream, and I looked at it from the beginning to the end, and sure enough, she did say that if a woman gets to be 13 weeks, she can find out what the sex of the child is and abort it. If it's a male child, then she can abort it. So if that's not advocating abortion, and I don't know what is. I'm not an advocate of abortion. I don't believe in it. I think that's a bad message to send to black women, to tell black women, if that's the way you feel, well, it's not right, but okay. But it's not okay to push that narrative to other black women. And see, this is the problem. It's problematic when black men promote this hatred and stuff towards black women. And it's problematic when women promote this hatred and stuff towards black men. And a lot of times when black women talk like that, they've been hurt. They've been hurt. And it's a lot of, now I watched Cynthia G, and I'm going to admit, I don't disagree with everything she says. I mean, she makes a lot of good points. She does make a lot of good points. I don't disagree with everything that she says, but I pick up, there's some bashing involved. It's one thing to tell the truth. It's one thing to come on your channel. Like when I address issues about black males on my channel, I speak the truth without bashing. I will state the facts without bashing. And the problem is that she gets involved with all this bashing, and she starts doing all this bashing, and she's getting into that same narrative that black men that bash black women do, and she putting all black men in the same group. She putting them all in the same category and saying that they're all horrible people. They're just terrible people, and to the point to where now she's suggesting that black women shouldn't bring forth black males. And that's deep. That's deep. Now, she's not the only one that has said that. There is other divestment black females on here that have suggested the same thing. And then people that came on their live stream have suggested the same thing. So she's not the only one with that view. But I'm telling you, it's hatred. It is hatred. That is the problem with us black people. Now, I'm going to wrap it up here in a minute. That is the problem with us black people. It's too much hatred. And that is the reason why we are in danger of becoming a permanent underclass. We are in danger of becoming, I'm going to do some research, and I'm going to come on here and explain that, break that down more. I'm going to break that down a little bit more and go more into depth in that in another video. We are in danger of becoming a permanent underclass, and the reason why is because we don't stick together. We're not unified, and we have all this hatred towards each other, and it's and other races of people know that. And see, this is the problem. And then when someone like Umar Johnson says, we need to unify, we need to do this, educate our children, do this, and somebody actually trying to do that, then they get bashed and they get put down. Now, I'm not saying I agree with everything that Umar Johnson says, but he's got the right idea and the right concepts of what black people should be doing. And black people are not listening. They're bashing. They're bashing someone actually trying to actually do something positive in the black community and saying, look, this is what black people need to be doing. Then that person gets bashed and put down and criticized. And this is the reason why we can't get ahead as a race of people. It is terrible. It is horrible. It's a horrible narrative with this black men and black women gender war thing we got. And other races of people know that we're divided. They know that we're divided. And they know as long as we stay divided, guess what? They know we're never going to get ahead. And as long as we don't get ahead, we're not a threat to them. They take comfort in knowing that we're not going to be a threat because we're staying divided. So they know that we're not going to be a threat to them. And our communities are going to stay the same way. We're going to continue to stay dependent on other races of people for every freaking resource that we have. We're going to continue to not build in our communities. We're going to continue to not have strong families and not have strong relationships between black and women. And the vicious cycle is just going to continue with all this hatred towards each other. And I am not an advocate for it. Yes, do black men have issues? Yes, yes, yes. Do black women have issues? Yes. I've stated in other videos, there's issues on both sides. But other races of men and women have issues as well. But you don't see them coming on YouTube bashing each other. They work their issues out within their own race. You know that theory, it's the same theory that when in a family structure, it's the same theory in a family structure where you don't air your family's dirty laundry on social media or out, you don't put your family's business out there in the street. It's that same theory. It's the same concept. It's like, how many people gonna put their family business out there in the street and gonna air their family's dirty laundry? No, if you having issues in your family, you're gonna keep it in your family and work it out amongst each other, and you're not gonna put it out there in the street. At least most people are not anyway, you know. So it's literally the same concept with your tribe, your race of people. We keep the issues in our own community. We don't put them out there in the street. And we work our issues out within our own communities with our own people. That's how other races of people do it, and that's the way we need to be doing it. Instead of putting it out there in the street and just showing everybody that we just hate each other. And they're taking it seeing it as a weakness. And it is a weakness. Plain and simple. It shows how weak our race of people is. And it is not doing us, it's not, these glasses are fogging up. It's not benefiting us. We need to stop this. And we need to stop trashing each other, coming on social media and trashing each other. That needs to stop. It's just ridiculous. And it's to the point to where, should black women stop having children outside of marriage? Absolutely. Absolutely. But to go as far as to say they should abort black male children, that's just taking it to a whole nother level. It's taking it to a whole nother, so in other words, you want the race to be extinct. You're talking about the race of people. You want the race of people to be extinct. That's what you want. When you say stuff like that. And I told her, I came in a comment on a stream, you know, I gotta get my little witness in. I said, God does not approve of abortion. I said, God does not approve of that. And I'm never going to get on board with that because he doesn't approve of it. We're not going to do this. I mean, we shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't be talking about killing babies. If you have a black male child, try to make sure that he has a good black father. And you guys teach him, bring him up. The Bible says bring a child up in the way they should go. You raise him up the kind of way you want to. Speak life onto that child. Speak life onto him. Encourage him. Show him lots of love. Teach him things. And he will be different. He won't be. And she says, well, even no matter how good of a mother you're going to be, he's still going to be influenced. To a certain degree, that's true. You know, to a certain degree, that is a true statement. However, they're still not going to depart. In a sense, they're not going to, in the most part, for the most part, they're not going to depart from what you taught them. And the most important thing is showing love to your children, showing them love, that you love them. That is the most important thing. If you show them that you love them, and then you teach them and train them and give them good training and teaching and teach them, instill good values in them, that's gonna go a lot further. But the goal is, that's what you encourage black women to do. And we want to encourage black women to take the time to vet their partners so they can secure a good husband and a good father for their children. This is what you need to be encouraging, not murderer, not telling black women to murder children. We want to advocate black women having children under the best circumstances possible, building financial stability, trying to secure a decent husband and a father, taking more time to vet before getting in a pregnant situation. These are the things that we need to be teaching our young black females, not telling them to abort black male children. So I just wanted to address that. Time is almost up. But I just wanted to address that. We need to stop this who shot John stuff. This gender war between black men and black women is not getting us anywhere. We need to stop it. Because, well, the community is going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Before it's going to get worse. Things is going to get worse for us. It's not going to get better. Like I said in other videos, can't blame everything on the white folks. You can't blame everything. If we're not willing to do things and make certain changes, I've said it in other videos, they will change if we change. The change needs to start with us. Will we eliminate racism completely? No, we won't. But we can minimize the impact of it. But we need to come together. It's some things that is required of us. Okay, hit me up in the comments section. Hit that subscribe button, like and share, notification bell. Think about it. Until the next video, peace and love. This is Sweet June.